With Sonic 3 dominating the box office and capping off a fantastic trilogy, it's only natural that Sega announced Sonic 4. It's slated for 2027, and that is very far away. I mean, Sonic 3 did just come out, but I'm sure I'm not the only one who's already looking ahead to the next installment. So, for today's video, we're going to be using everything we've learned from Sonic 3 to try and piece together potential plot points, characters, and storylines involved for the eventual Sonic 4. So, jumping right in, the recurring theme throughout these movies, for me, has always been the characters. Each installment introduces someone new from the Sonic universe, and that's typically the main focus, or one of the main focuses, of the movie. Sonic 1 gave us Sonic, and it was all about him adjusting to life on Earth. Sonic 2, we got Tails and Knuckles, more iconic characters from the Sonic universe who were pivotal to that movie's plot. And then, of course, Sonic 3 was all about Shadow. Now, if you count it up, Sonic, Knuckles, Tails, Eggman, Gerald Robotnik, Shadow, Maria, maybe I'm missing some, but that's 7 characters from the Sonic universe who we've adapted thus far. While that may seem like a lot, that's just barely scratching the surface of all the interesting characters in the Sonic universe. So, I think the theme of introducing a few new characters per movie and having them play a pivotal role is going to continue. So then, that begs the question, which new characters are getting introduced? Well, for starters, we already know 2 of them, Amy and Metal Sonic. For Amy, I'd naturally assume she's just gonna join the group. I mean, I don't know if the writers will make it to where she has some sort of history with Sonic, or maybe they're meeting for the first time in this post-credit scene. Regardless, she is going to end up joining the squad, but Metal Sonic, on the other hand, presents more possibilities. While it's not confirmed, I think it's more likely than not that Metal Sonic is our main antagonist for Sonic 4, and that is very exciting. We could adapt some scenes from the comics which show Metal Sonic questioning his existence and his humanity. That would be amazing to watch, and on top of that, Metal Sonic is just a cool character. So, I'm all in for Metal to be our main antagonist, but introducing Metal Sonic already opens up a whole nother can of worms. A massive question that must be answered is, who built Metal Sonic in this cinematic universe? The easy answer is Eggman, but Sonic 3 gave him a pretty solid send-off, to the point where I'd be a little surprised if we saw the Doctor again. It all depends on Jim Carrey. If he wants to continue doing these Sonic movies, they could easily write in a way for him to have survived that explosion, but if he truly is retired, then Eggman stays dead. So it's really 2 choices, but I think if Eggman survived, then he built Metal Sonic, no question. So instead, let's focus on the possibility that Ivo dies here. So assuming Eggman is out of the picture, who built Metal Sonic? There's a few possibilities. One idea I saw floating around online is that Metal Sonic is a creation of Gun. Specifically, this agent right here. She, along with probably the rest of Gun, lost their trust for Sonic in the most recent movie, so maybe Metal Sonic is their way of getting rid of Sonic. This theory probably makes the most sense. I mean, it's almost like they're kind of setting it up, but I have a theory that would potentially be more interesting. What if Agent Stone created Metal Sonic based off of unfinished blueprints from Eggman? Of course, this would assume that throughout the first 2 movies, Eggman was actively creating a model for Metal Sonic, but he never got to complete it due to him dying. So that's when we have a heartbroken Agent Stone complete his friend's final project. It's maybe a little far-fetched, but it gives us a nice passing of the torch moment, while also developing Agent Stone as a character. Now, I don't think Agent Stone is intrinsically evil. That's just not the vibe I got from his conversation with Tails. So I do think there's gonna have to be a big twist. This may be a bit cliche, but what if Metal Sonic betrayed his creator and all of mankind and sought to punish humanity for whatever his motive may be? To add a bit more sauce, you could even have Metal Sonic kill Agent Stone. Now, I know the whole robot betraying human and punishing humanity story may be a bit cliche and played out, but I still think it's a solid way to explain everything. Another idea is we could make the whole Metal Sonic situation a mystery. Maybe we go a majority of the film without knowing who made Metal Sonic, and then later on we could figure it out. Something like that could work, and I personally like that idea a lot because Team Chaotix would sort of fit into that story. They do have the whole detective thing going on, and they could help solve that mystery, but I know that's probably not the way to go in just the 4th movie, but I would love to see them eventually. And to be honest, that's kind of all I've got right now for a Metal Sonic storyline so far, so let me know if y'all have any ideas. I haven't read any Sonic comics, so maybe there's some cool stories from there, but before we wrap things up, I do want to talk a bit about Silver, who seems to be everyone's favorite underrated character. And I get it. He's objectively cool, he's from the future, he has telekinetic abilities, and he can go super. What's not to like? But I do think the fourth movie is a bit too early. I think he can be teased in a post-credit scene, but I feel like we need to do Metal Sonic before we do Silver, then eventually Chaos. I mean, I think those stories are for like movies 5, 6, 7, if we get that far. Also, something I've heard other people say online is let's have Silver be an ally right away. We don't need another character being introduced against Sonic just for him to join Sonic's side at the end. It worked with Knuckles, it worked with Shadow, but I don't think we need to see that again with Silver. Just have Silver come back in time and tell Sonic that the future is dire, something horrible is going to happen, whatever it may be, and just say that Silver didn't know who else to go to but Sonic, and then they can work together from the jump. We don't need another villain turned hero, because that's what we just got. But yeah, those are all of my initial thoughts coming out of Sonic 3 in regards to Sonic 4. If you have any idea where this cinematic universe is going, any predictions, please let me know in the comments. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in the next video.